Hello everybody, my name is Mario5514, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about my origin story of how I became who I am, Mario5514, the Fire Mario. Well, you're probably going to be asking me, how did you become Mario5514, or how did you become the Fire Mario? Well, to answer that question, let's turn the clock back. As in, turn the clock back to 2015. At that time, YouTube was like, wow. Like, it was still in its good days. One thing that YouTube appealed to me was the content that was what you get to see every once in a while. Like, something new every day. Even though there were some fads that were repeating, as well as people doing their own thing. The one thing that I liked was that they had their own name, like their own YouTuber name. So I decided to try to come up with it. Like, you know, I could not use my real name because for identity reasons, people might do some pretty bad stuff. Will do some very bad stuff. So I decided to come up with another name, Mario. And at first, I was wanting to have Mario and Luigi on my profile picture. But of course, that did not work. But then I decided to just have Mario on there. And, you know, I'm like, okay, that would be nice. But I also looked at how other people had different, they had like numbers in front, behind, after their name. So I invented a name that was something that was going to be out in the open. So in 2017, I created myself to be Mario5514. And yeah. And you're probably asking, what does the 4-digit number mean? And a lot of people have been trying to piece it together. And the reality is, the 4-digit number was just something I made up. It's something that's just something to stand out from everyone else. You know, try to be different from everyone else. That kind of thing. But let me tell you this right here. My number does not mean anything. It's just a number that I'd put on there, and that's what it will always be. So yeah, and I created my channel in 2021, but it wasn't until 3 years later that I uploaded my first video. And the reason why I chose Fire Mario was because he had the colors I was looking for, which also pertained to my favorite subject in school, history. And the Fire Mario's colors just had what we had in world history as well as in U.S. history, the Cold War. The red and white really symbolized power between U.S. history and world history. You know, red and white is also what we see with Fire Mario. And they kind of, to me, they monopolized power of who I really am. And specifically the 1980s part of the Cold War was when Super Mario Bros. Made its release on the Nintendo Entertainment System. And yeah, that's how I got my start as Fire Mario. But it wasn't until 2024, in I think July, that I uploaded my first video. But of course, to where I currently stand right now as of 2025, the one thing that I continue to do for all of you is give you guys content that is unfiltered or something you don't see every day, or just ordinary content like everyone else, but it's done in a different way. Because everyone has their own way of doing it. I have my own way of doing it too. Of course, I also want to thank my friends who have helped make my videos possible. Spike26, Anthony Lycan, and as well as ProChara. Even though I never got to even though I have not been able to collab with him, one thing I can say is that ProChar was the person who helped me boost my A game in Splatoon 3 of how to become a better player with the weapons that I use. Like, he's been able to, he's been the person that came up with the best advice for some of the weapons that people would use, including myself. So yeah, I do have him to thank. And yeah, to all my friends, thank you. Anyway, I hope this has been a video that was informational as well as interesting to hear of how I became Fire Mario. Not only that, it's really been a journey for all of us, as well as for me. Let's keep the story going, shall we? And hopefully, let's make a new story or make a new chapter.